Namaste. Teresa Von Braun here, Seosis Mystery School, spiritual consultant. Yes, I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. Love is truly, truly the best of all energies. It's the connection of everything. So today I want to talk about grounding. Let's ground in love. Let's ground in our love of the planet. Let's ground in our love of life. Let's ground in our love of our experiences. Let's ground into the fullness that we can have as humans here, especially when we are opening our hearts to love and to be loved. It sounds so easy, doesn't it? And so many of us are so wounded in so many ways. When the heart is closed, we're contracted. When we're contracted, we're not in our bodies, we're not present, we're not as grounded as we could be. We need to relax into ourselves. We need to relax into this life. We need to relax into this physical experience that we're having. And for some people, that's so much easier than for others. For a lot of us, it's been very difficult for many, many reasons. Going back to what our karmic lessons are, going back to our families of origin, going back to our experiences that we've had in this lifetime. We can be affected by any and all of those in terms of how difficult it is for us to really ground, here. And when I mean ground, I don't just mean centering and embodying into your body. I mean your connections down into the mother, down into the planet, down into the earth herself, to Gaia, your umbilical cord to the mother Gaia. That we need that. And unlike other umbilical cords, we need to let ourselves keep that umbilical cord to Gaia. We do not need to release it or let it go. It is there for us. It is how we sustain nurturing in an energetic way from the planet. And we need this nurturing, certainly receive it by air and water and food and touch and comfort and other things that the earth provides for us. But we need it energetically from the earth. It's so important for us to receive that and to receive that all the time. To receive that all the time. Most people's grounding needs to be increased. It needs to be deepened. It needs to be broadened. It needs to be focusing on more the positive energy that is there in the planet that is given to us. We can ground in everything, or we can ground in aspects that we need, such as strength or health or abundance or wisdom or love. And so we can ground in any and all of these. We can pull on different aspects and qualities as we do from our soul into our body. We can pull on that from the earth herself. She is there to give all of that. Her embrace is eternal and continual for us in these bodies. And so do not forget that. Let the mother hold you. Let your mother hold you. Let the earth, Gaia, is there to give and to hold and to allow and to focus you in this lifetime. Your grounding focuses you. Many people have said, not just myself, have said that this is a year of change. Every way, every dimension, every layer, every chakra, every cell will be changing this year in you. It is difficult to change. Years ago, I did a workshop called Grounding and Transition. There's a tendency for us to pull up our grounding when we move physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, when we are in transformation, when we are in transition, when we are going from one place to another, whether that is literally physically, whether that is emotionally, whether that is mentally, or whether that is an initiation spiritually, that we are moving. When our inner patterns are changing, there's a tendency to pull up our grounding and wait till we get somewhere and then put it back down again. That does not work. We need to support ourselves through the transitions, through the transformations. Our grounding absolutely needs to be fluid. Most people ground in earth energy. I ground in water energy. You can do both. Both are fine. We're 80% water. Every time I read something about how much percentage water we are, it's a different amount. But anyway, let's say 80. I'm here on the coast. I need to be by the water. There's the bay, the ocean, and the rivers here. And so that fluidity is important for us to have. Some people might want the earth energy more, to ground into that. quality. Some people may feel the need to ground more into the water. Either way, your grounding should not be fixed. It should not be brittle. It should not be it should not be broken off by all our earthquake swimmers here, especially in California. But it needs to be fluid. It needs to be movable, especially in this year. Your grounding in this fluid way, changeable way. I'm not talking radical changes all over the place. I'm just talking that your grounding needs to keep up with the changes that the earth is undergoing and that you are undergoing and that our lives are undergoing, and that you need to be fluid with that so that you can adapt. Our grounding being fluid allows us to adapt, allows us to respond to the situation in ways that it is called for. And that is so important during this time. What we have control over is our response. What we have our control over is our expression. What we have control over is our stance. And our stance should not be fixated or rigid. It should be fluid. We should be in movement. We need to be in movement, okay? And one of the ways that we need to be in movement is through our emotions, allowing our emotions to move us in different directions and in different ways. We need to feel our emotions, not be stuck in them, but we need to feel them. To honor them, our emotions is a way that our body is speaking to our soul. Our emotion is a way that our body is telling our soul what quality of energy we need, and it is also therefore telling us what kind of qualities we need to bring up through our grounding. Okay? We need to be strong here, or we need to be vulnerable here. We need to be soft here. We need to be clear. We need to be intelligent. We need to be wise. So there's so many things that we can be, but we often get stuck in one way of being, and that is just not the truth of who we are. We are so multidimensional in so many ways. We're so have the potential and the opportunities to change and transform every minute, every minute. And I do not mean that you will not be who you are, but you will be more healed, you'll be more whole, you'll be more full, you'll be more complete, you'll be more who you are as a soul, manifesting more through this body. Your grounding is here to support that. That is what it is doing. It is the gravitational pull that is allowing you to embody and to come in to yourself so that your essence is truly here and that you're coming from your essential level and not your egoic level. That is the spiritual path in and of itself, to move more and more out of the ego, to dismantle that, and to move more into your essential soul level so that you're responding to your life, you're expressing your life from that. It's not an easy job. It's a lot of work. It's a long journey. It's very powerful to undergo this. And it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. There's always more refinement. And the grounding also needs to be refined. The grounding needs to be in right alignment with you and who you are and your vibration and your sensitivities and yourself, just who you are, your choices, what you love, what you like. So also there is a quality called the citadel that we have. And that citadel is the protection for truth. It is the protection for our essence. You need to call on your citadel. It's an aspect of grounding. It comes up with the grounding. It is about keeping you on your path, keeping you in your truth. It is a protection of your essence. Grounding does that, absolutely. Citadel does it even more. It is an extra added oomph, shall we say, a protection for your grounding. Okay. So the citadel, even though we think of the citadel usually as stone buildings from the past, the citadel can also be fluid and moving, and it can also be in alignment with who we are. It can be in the moment. Our grounding needs to be in present time and in the moment. Our citadel needs to be in present time. You do not need the same protection of essence that you did yesterday or years ago. So allowing yourself to have your protection, your grounding, your focus, your receiving, your giving on the physical plane, in the physical plane, in the moment. is precious. It's absolutely precious for you to allow this in yourself, for you to allow the exquisite experience of being alive in the moment and of feeling whatever it is you're feeling. And that may not be always wonderful, it may be painful, but it is the reality that you're feeling, that you're experiencing, that you are here, that is the beauty. You came here because you came here out of love. You came here because you love the planet. And as someone said in my feed, you came here because we love each other. So true. We came here out of love. Allow yourself to ground into that as much as you possibly can. And in addition, you can bring in the other qualities that you are needing. Love is the glue. Love is what holds us together. Love is the way that we heal this incredible spiritual, physical split on this planet. Okay, not judgment. Judgment is the split. Judgment is the fall. Judgment is the separation. Love is how we can hopefully heal the split that is here in our dualistic reality on this planet in every culture. Okay, it is certainly a way that we heal the split between genders. Okay, it is a way that we can heal whatever split we have in ourselves. The self-love, the self-trust, self-acceptance. The heart is how we experience the oneness and the unity. It is that aspect, it is the part of our body that holds that energy. Love yourself to heal your splits. Love others to heal the split that we experience with other people. Love this planet and its possibilities and its potentialities. And love how much it loves you, how much this planet loves and gives and sacrifices itself to us. But Gaia, as Gaia has said, that's coming to an end. That is not appropriate to keep doing. We must come from love for everything. We must come from love in order to transform and change. We must come from love in order to experience, manifest, embody our true essence, our soul, our spiritual self. Go out in nature. You can ground anywhere, but go out in nature, lean against a tree, lay on a rock, be where you can in this weather. But get your feet on the planet. Let the planet hold you. Wherever you're at, feel the planet holding you. Feel Gaia's breadth and depth there for you. Let yourself feel that all the time. The more you allow the grounding to be full and fluid and going with what is happening, the more you will receive this high vibrational energy that is coming in now. That is so important for us to catch this wave, as I say. This wave of energy is what will take you in your truth in the direction that you need to go, into the experiences that you need for your soul's growth, and the experiences that you need to fully move through your karmic lessons that you have in this lifetime. So love all that. It's really quite easy. Babies are born in it. They're taught out of it. Namaste.